What's up, YouTube? It's AJ Watt back to you guys with another figure unboxing review. Very excited about this piece. Got this as a birthday present from my mama. Fuck it, because it's badass, man. So we're bringing an end to the Wolverine week with, of course, the X-Men Days of Future Past Wolverine Hot Toys figure. Picked this up on eBay for, it was pretty pricey. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. This figure was released, I think, back when the film came out, which is maybe about 2 years ago. So it's just sitting on its shelf within the packaging box from Hot Toys, with its bubble wrap still all there. So thank you to that seller that hooked me up with this. Very grateful for this figure and very excited to open it. Doesn't really come with a lot of accessories. Should have came with a kind of a badass stand with the figure. Probably a Sentinel would have been good for it, because this figure ranged for about 250, I think 250 when it first came out, and it just came with some accessories and a regular stand. So let's go ahead and check out the packaging. As you guys can see, we have a badass picture of Hugh Jackman from X-Men Days of Future Past, and then on the bottom it says MMS 264 1/6 scale collective figure movie masterpiece, and on the side you have Wolverine sideburns, and same thing over here on this side with the MMS 264, and then X-Men Days of Future Past. And on the back, you have a badass picture of another Wolverine right there, Hugh Jackman, and warning labels on all your manufacturer type of things. And the UPC, of course, and all that jazz. Same thing for the other side, it says MMS 264. And to open this guy up, you just want to go ahead and do the plop, as Shartimus says. And let's see if I can do it right now. Boom, right there. And then when you open it, you have the cast and crew of making the figure. You can see that right there, X-Men Days of Future Past and all that jazz. And on the side, don't really have that much. Then on the back, it's kind of same thing as the front. And then take this part out, and then you have the Hugh Jackman Days of Future Past Wolverine. So let me go ahead and check out this guy myself really quick, and we'll be back with the review. Alright guys, so here we have the X-Men Days of Future Past Wolverine figure out of the packaging, and I really do love this figure. Probably one of my favorite Hot Toys in my collection. Doesn't really come with a lot of accessories like I said before. Just comes with interchangeable hands and just a plain old stand. So let's go ahead and check out those accessories before we get into Wolverine himself. So Wolverine comes with a total of 6 interchangeable hands. He has 2 fisted hands that he comes with out of the packaging, and he has kind of an open, relaxed kind of hand, as you guys can see. Very nice sculpting on here on the glove. You can see all the wrinkles and little mesh on the inside, and you can see where his claws come out. It's kind of like painted like somewhat of like a gray or a brown color to give it that detail, and you can see the little holes right over here for his fingers, which is pretty awesome. Then the inside looking pretty cool. You can see kind of sculpted in stitching. Then for the kind of wrist area, there's kind of line work right there, and then like a little kind of like a Velcro patch right there. That is so freaking awesome. I like all that attention to detail. I'll say something. Well, it has 3 little things right over here. It's pretty cool. Same thing with this one. Same detailing. Very nice. Very nice. Really digging it. And then he comes with, of course, his claws. I don't know why you wouldn't have them displayed with these on, to be honest. You can see where the claws come out on that little section right there. Same detailing, but this one's a fist. And you can see the mesh right there, and same thing with the wrist area. And the claws are die cast, and they are just a little bit sharp, but not that sharp though. But they are die cast, and they do have a little weight to them also. It's so shiny, man. So freaking awesome. Really digging it. So cool. And then he comes with an extra set of wrist pegs in case you break them, and he comes with his instruction manual that basically tells you to tilt the head upward before turning it to the preferred position, otherwise it may cause fading. So let's go ahead and open up and see the rest of the do's and don'ts of the figure. Come on, paper. And when you open it up, it tells you how to put the claws in, assembling the blades, waist articulation, all that jazz. Don't get the arms touched with sharp objects, avoid heat material. Don't remove anything from the figure. Don't rub the arms with thinner, alcohol, or any corrosive materials. Whatever I don't know what that word is. And when you open it up, and, oh, that's just about it for Wolverine's do's and don'ts. So it's pretty cool. And he comes with, of course, his X-Men Days of Future Past kind of regular stand that we see with the old Hot Toy figures. Don't really like this. Could have came with like a Sentinel piece or some rubble or something like that. Would have been better, especially for the price point for $250 at the time. Very sad, but oh well, this will do. So let's go ahead and check out Logan. So we have Wolverine out of the packaging, and this thing is so freaking awesome. I can't really tell you how, describe to you how badass this figure is. The only limit for the articulation is just the abdomen and the diaphragm area. That's because of the way the suit is on the chest, and the abdomen really restricts it. That's probably the only gripe about it. Other than that, the suit is so awesome and the likeness is so perfect. So let me go ahead and take him off his stand, and that way we can see his head sculpt. And Hot Toys did a fantastic job of nailing the likeness of Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. Very cool. You can see the way the hair is sculpted with different colors, and then on the sides near his edge up you can see it's gray. Same thing with his beard. Very, very cool, and definitely has the likeness of Hugh Jackman as well. That is so awesome. You can see on the ears it's kind of red there to give it like a human look, which is so awesome. And you can see the flow of the way of the hair on the back of the figure. It's so awesome. And then for his chest area, where the articulation is very limited, this way it's because it's mostly plastic right here, but it's a really fantastic suit and it really looks badass. And you can see the other armors right over here on his shoulder and his bicep. It's so freaking awesome. And then the back of the figure is even more fantastic. And this material, it's kind of like it's very kind of soft, kind of like an Under Armour type of thing going on, which is awesome. And I like how they have the yellow right over here, just like his similar to his classic suit. Then you can see the buckles right over here, which is so awesome. Then you have that kind of like an X right there for X-Men. And then for his pants, kind of see those 3 markings, just for probably think about his claws or something. And it's kind of like black pants, but they also kind of have dirt on them, kind of like a brown color. I don't know if the camera picks it up, but you can see it just a little tiny bit, and it gives it such a cool look. And the knee pads are so awesome. Look at all that sculpting and the line work on the inside. So awesome. You can see the straps right over there on the back. Then the boots with shin guards are so awesome. Well, I think these are boots. Yeah, they're boots. So awesome, man. And they also kind of have a dirty look to them, which is so cool. And then the feet are separate from the boot. That way you can have the ankle rocker just a little bit and have it hinged down and up. But I really can't stop gushing over this figure. It is so freaking awesome. Man, it is so... I can't get over this figure. I'm just having like a nerdgasm talking about it right now. It's so awesome. Let me see if I can take these off already. They have those tape. They have the tape on them. But man, this thing is so awesome. I can't stop gushing over this thing. It's so sick. Then these right over here are textured as well. So awesome. The studs right there. Man, this thing is fantastic, man. So cool. And we didn't even see him with this suit on, just probably like the beginning of the movie and little pieces throughout the movie, but it was just a badass suit when I first saw it. so fantastic. The only bad thing about the figure, like I said, it could have came with like a badass stand for him, like I said, with a Sentinel on some rubble, just like the Iron Man Mark 45 that came with the Sentinel. Other than that, I really do love the figure. It is so freaking awesome. And then on some of the pieces, he has like little battle damage scratches, as you guys can see right there. That is awesome. You can see the scratches, and he also has some on his back as well. Right there and right there. And then the kind of the buckles are kind of beat up as well. That's so awesome. I like that attention to detail. You can tell that like he's been in a couple fights with some Sentinels. Gives it an awesome look. Very, very sick. And basically, just to pop out the hand, it's on that same ball peg system that we see with regular Hot Toy figures. You can see it right there, and you can just go ahead and get his claws and just put them in as so. Alright, so for Wolverine's articulation, the instructions tell you to just tilt the head upward. That way you won't fade the paint, but you can look left and right, as well as down and up, and it does tilt side to side. And there is a diaphragm joint within right over here, but due to the suit, it restricts it as so. So yeah, I can feel it right there. But you do have a waist movement. I'm not sure if it's 360. I'm just gonna do mine probably just halfway. And for the arms, he kind of has like a soldier joint, or like a similar to like a butterfly joint that moves inward and outward. His arms can move forward and backwards. Has a bicep swivel, double jointed elbow that moves pretty awesome. Can do the splits just about probably that much right there. And he does have upper thigh rotation and double jointed knees, and you can see that the knee pads are just two halves, that way you can get like a good bend at the knee. And I think these are, let me see, yeah, just a regular ball joint for the foot that hinges down and up, and also helps it pivot a little bit side to side. So the only restriction is just this area right over here, the diaphragm area. Can't really crunch it up or down. Other than that, the articulation is there, and it's fantastic. Only thing that's not there is a diaphragm. You really don't probably need it, because I mean, it's Hugh Jackman. Come on, man. I mean, it is a Wolverine figure, but you gotta give like the suit some credit because it's so badass. And I forgot to mention Wolverine's wrist articulation. Sorry about that, guys. He can fully rotate and also hinge down and up for some good poses. And here we have the Hot Toys Wolverine next to our good old Series 6 Wolverine Marvel Legends figure. So here we have the Hot Toys Wolverine next to the Series 7 Weapon X Wolverine figure from Marvel Legends. And here we have the Hot Toys Wolverine next to the Apocalypse Series Marvel Legends, Apocalypse Series Marvel Legends Astonishing Wolverine figure. And here we have the Hot Toys Wolverine next to the previously reviewed Red Hulk Series Wave Wolverine figure, the variant. And here we have the Hot Toys Wolverine next to the Red Hulk Series yellow suit or original suited Wolverine figure. And here we have the Wolverine next to the X-Force Wolverine, and you guys can see it's typical Marvel Legends scale. So here we have the Hot Toys Wolverine next to the Astonishing Wolverine from Hasbro. And here we have Wolverine, the Hot Toys Wolverine, next to our brand new Marvel Legends Juggernaut Series Wave Wolverine figure. And for Hot Toys comparison, here we have them next to the BVS Batman figure. As you guys can see, Wolverine is shorter than the Batflix, because I mean, they're about the same height in real life. They're both, I believe, 6'4", but Wolverine is a short character and Batman is a tall character. And then here we have Wolverine next to our Hot Toys Deadpool movie figure. As you guys can see, it looks like Deadpool is just a little bit taller than the Wolverine figure. I don't know if that's right or wrong. It could be right, I believe, because Wolverine, like I said, is a short character. But I don't believe he's almost as tall as Deadpool, though. And I have finally have my own Wolverine party going now, just like Shot in his prime, with all the Wolverines right there. Finally, the Wolverine party, man. Oh yeah. So here I have the figure all posed up for you guys. What I would give the figure is a 10 out of 10 for what Hot Toys did in the past. I believe it was like maybe probably 2 or 3 years ago when they made this figure. They did a fantastic job. Great head sculpt. The other head sculpts they had, I think it was the Wolverine Origins, then it was Last Stand one, and then it was the Wolverine. I don't know if there's another one, but those head sculpts, they were okay, but they weren't as accurate as this one over here, and that's what I really love about this figure, is the accuracy and the likeness of Hugh Jackman, and the suit is just so, it gives it such a badass look. It's not even funny, and I really do, if you do find this figure for retail or a little bit, probably $30 more if anything, I recommend that you get him as soon as possible. He is a fantastic figure and he will look good in your collection. Anyways guys, thanks for watching. If you guys like my videos, go ahead and thumbs up, and also subscribe to my channel and follow my Instagram, AJ Watt Reviews, for toy pickups and toy news. Once again guys, thanks for watching, and thank you Hugh Jackman for playing Wolverine for so long and doing such a great job at it. Even though X-Men Origins Wolverine was a terrible movie, I really do love the rest of the movies, including X-Men The Last Stand. Anyways guys, thanks for watching, and you guys have a great week.